You know, sometimes when you meet that new person who's just embodying confidence, he's got that big energy and everything he does seems right. And you're like, wow, I wish I was like him. But why do you have to wish if you can do it yourself? You see, you're a lot less different than you think from him. You've just fallen victim to what most of us do, and that's lacking focus. Here are 5 things in your life that you want to stop doing right now if you want to level up.
So the first one is social media with pointless content. Cut it out. You may think it's just some video of a busty chick dancing, but you're not just gonna stop at one, right? You're gonna want more, and it adds up. It'll steer your mind and focus away because your mind will be filled with busty chicks dancing. How are you supposed to focus if that's all you have on your mind? Plus, clogging up your mind isn't all that it does. It's the endless hours you'll end up spending scrolling through social media. Just take a second to check the amount of time that you spend on these apps. I'm pretty sure all the hours wasted would have been more than enough to learn a new language or a new skill. Just to put all of this into perspective, the average person spends around 2.5 hours a day on social media. If you spent the same amount of time to learn a new language, you'd be an intermediate within 3 months. The possibilities with a new language are limitless, but the 2.5 hours spent on social media are probably forgotten the next day.
Alright, the next one. Spreading yourselves too thin. A jack of all trades is a master of none. I used to believe that if I could master everything that I came across, every skill that I wanted to learn, then I would just be this well-rounded person. And that's why since I was a kid, whenever I found this latest fad or a skill that I came across that I thought might be useful in the future, I would try to learn it. The problem with that is everybody only has 24 hours in a day. So I only had so much energy to do that much. And I could never really enjoy what I was doing. So when people ask me, okay, you know all this stuff, tell me more. But all I could bring myself to say is, yeah, I know a little bit about it, but that's all. So more often than not, what happened? Obviously, I burned out and I couldn't really appreciate what was going on around me. So what I learned was stick to the things that you actually enjoy doing. Give some thought as to why you're doing this in the first place. And consider how it contributes to the bigger picture that is your life. While it may be tempting to get lost in tangents and exploring your options, as a reminder, make it clear to yourself as to whether you're doing this simply for the pleasure or that it actually has some effect on your future.
So the next thing you should stop doing is hanging out with the wrong groups. The fastest way to change your life is to change the people around you. I'm pretty sure you've all heard of the saying, you are the sum of the 5 people you're closest to. So I want you to take a second and examine all the people you spend most of your time with. Examine their daily habits, their attitudes, their goals, and even their hobbies. How similar are they to you? When you really start to look at the people you're closest to, you'll realize just how much of an impact they have on your life.
People who you used to hang out with, people that are just looking to get by, people who are just looking to have some fun, they'll be phased out of your life slowly. But don't look back. It just means that you're on the right path. I know it can be scary at first, but once you realize that that part of your life isn't contributing to anything meaningful anymore, your mind will finally be freed up and you'll finally be able to focus. People will start to act differently around you, whether that be strangers or people that you're close to. You'll notice that your aura is different, your charisma increases, and people around you act nicer compared to before. And that's because you found that new drive, that purpose. You're not willing to please everyone anymore, and that's when they'll respect you.
And the fourth one is killing time. Killing time is a poor people activity. Have you actually heard anyone who's successful who says, let me just kill some time, I don't have much to do anyways? No, because time is more valuable to them than money, because you can't literally buy more time. It's even worse if you're carrying out these activities that you don't even enjoy, but you're doing it simply for the sake of killing time. What a waste. So, the next time your friends ask you to go hang out, and you know that all you're gonna do is just sit around, be on your phones, not doing much, ask yourself, what can I do with this time instead of doing this? Here's something else you can try. The next time you're waiting for your girlfriend to get ready, commute to your work, just any situation where there's a significant amount of time where you're not doing much and it's idle time. Instead of scrolling on your Instagram or playing games, you could try to do something that you labeled in the back of your head as, I'll do it when I have time. For example, that book you wanted to read or that skill you wanted to learn. Pick it up on YouTube. Go read that book. You have time. Do it. There's no later. Later is now. Because deep down, you know that these things will actually help you focus on things that matter. Your relationship, your health, your life, and so much more.
And the last one is not trying new things and overcoming your fears. You see, fear is a funny thing. It's meant to protect us and keep us safe. But nowadays, it's no longer protecting us. It's keeping us from living our lives. We've all got a lot of regrets of things that we should have done and tried in the past. Whether it be that cute girl at Starbucks or the roller coaster at Disneyland. Life is too short for regrets. That cute girl that you never talked to at Starbucks, you'll probably never see her again. And who knows when you'll be back at Disneyland. As the clock ticks, our time here diminishes, so you must take every opportunity that comes your way. Now I know that's easier said than done, but we only have one life. You don't want to be full of regrets when you're 80. You want to be 80 with all the experiences and stories of everything that you've done and accomplished. So forget about the opinions of others and the fear of embarrassment, because the pain of regret lasts forever.
If you know what you want to work towards, every day is a good day. Most people, including myself before, used to live for the weekend. Friday night, it's the best. Sunday night comes, oh my God, you're panicking. You're like, oh, I don't want to go to work. It's happening again. And it's this vicious cycle that never ends. But if you just switch that perspective and instead of going, everything is a burden, think of it as everything is a learning opportunity. Everything becomes a learning opportunity once you put your mind on your purpose. The work you used to hate, now you might see it in a different light. You might be thinking instead, this could actually help me fulfill my dreams, to pursue my dreams, and reach my purpose, and maximize my potential. I think if you want to be successful, and I'm trying this out for myself, is you just have to have a curious mind. And I know it's a lot harder than it seems. Channel your focus. Cut out those unnecessary distractions. Once you tune into that focus, everything will start falling into place. But don't take our word for it. Try it out for yourselves.